This is Cindy again. This is video number 2. I am coming to you through Old Souls Wisdom, and this is my second video. So I'm starting to get the technology good. Well, but we're working on it. Today, I am going to talk to you about political and social labels. Now, what do I mean by that? A little bit of my background. I grew up in the 60s. Both my father and my stepfather and all the men around are in my parents' circle of influence were prejudiced. Yeah. Uh, I grew up in an all white neighborhood, went to a Catholic school, went to a Catholic church, all white. And there wasn't, this is in the 60s. We didn't have internet. We had 3 channels, and there was maybe 1 or 2 Black people on TV, and that's it. So I grew up with other nationalities having labels, and along with those labels were negative descriptions. I'm not going to name any of them because I don't believe in any of that stuff, but that's what I grew up with. And when I got older, I started my own circle of influence and getting jobs and working for a lot of other nationalities, a lot of people with different skin tones, different religious beliefs. And I come to find out, and by meeting these people, by working with them side by side, that they weren't any different than me or my family. They all had the same wants and dreams and ambitions that we had. So it didn't take very long that I stopped tolerating these labels being put on people. I've known my entire adult life that labels, people don't, how can I put it? These labels are boxes, and they're designed to put people in boxes, and nobody fits in these boxes. I've met so many different people that on some views we disagree on, but on a lot of other views we do agree on. Conservative, liberal, all that kind of stuff. The newest label that I was called was Marxist, and I had no clue what a Marxist was. I had to look it up, and I still don't totally understand what all that is, but it's a label. And what I've come to understand is these labels are designed to dehumanize one another, because when you dehumanize somebody by giving them a label, you no longer have to care about them as a person because they're now a label. And that is really labels in a nutshell. Doesn't matter what kind of label it is. And I have actually found that even though I try really hard and I understand this whole concept, that I myself put labels on people. And I realize that, especially with the political arena that we have and the MAGA people, that our media, including podcasters, have labeled MAGAs as uneducated and unaware. And that is so untrue. That I know for sure from my own standpoint is I have family members that side on that side, and they're educated. They have master's and bachelor's degrees. I know people that are business owners, so they may not have college degrees, but they have a degree of hard knocks in building businesses and being successful. So that doesn't make them dumb, okay? That does not make them uneducated. It just makes them not want to vote Democrat. I've been called a hater. I've been called feminist, which I am. I proudly wear that label. And it's something that we have to be aware of. And what really brought this to my forefront again, because I've always hated labels. My adult life, have always understood that labels, they don't fit. So there's a woman, her name is Karen, and she runs a channel called Ask the Spirit Guides, and she does dowsing rods. And she did a reading under her angel card reading playlist. And I'm going to see if I can tag this video, but it's a reading for those who voted for 45. And that reading that she did, because she has her dowsing rods and they answer yes or no to different questions. And she really goes into depth into who are the MAGAs and their beliefs, and who are the moderate Republicans and their beliefs. And it was really eye-opening for me to understand that a lot of the people that voted for him are not prejudiced. They're not anti-LP. They are not anti-gay and lesbian and same-sex marriage. They're not. There's some that are, but there's a lot that aren't. There are some that believe women should have the rights to their own, to talk to their doctors and into their own bodies. But they didn't. That's not the reason why they voted for him. So it's important to understand. So it's just a really good video to watch that Karen did. It really opened up my eyes to really why we have to be very careful about putting labels on people. Let me see, it was probably back in 2015. I had already been going through my spiritual awakening. And at that point, I considered myself an independent. I still voted Republican, but I voted for the people and not for the politics. But yet I was still more leaning left, as far as my beliefs in separation of church and state and all of that stuff. And I was talking with a conservative friend of mine, and we were having a really deep conversation about welfare and the bridge cards and that kind of stuff. And we both agreed that people that are disabled, the seniors, people that are in need, that there are people that need our help. And this friend of mine agreed. These people need help. I don't want to take that away from them. But we also both agreed that there are people that find loopholes in the system and take advantage of it. And that's what we both thought needed to be corrected. How does that get corrected? Well, everybody's got their own way of correcting it. And I think that's where a lot of this political yanks is at, is we agree on things. We just don't agree on how it needs to be fixed. So once we understand that the labels are put there and are made, 45 uses them all the time to dehumanize people. And once we realize that and we take our time to really get to know people and try to understand where they're coming from and understand that, yeah, they're good people. They have good hearts. They just have different ways of looking at how to make a solution of the things that we think that we agree on. So that's kind of where I wanted this video to go. I want you to think about, have you put labels on people? And be honest about it. It's not about beating yourself up. It's about recognizing, do that. Okay, now that I recognize it, I got to change that behavior. And that's how you change a behavior, is recognizing that we're not perfect and it's okay. That's part of the human experience. Okay. So that is really kind of what my guides have been leaning me towards with this subject, is the fact that recognize it, become aware of it, and then make changes, because we can improve ourselves. We can be better. So that's where I'm at there. I am going to do a reading today. I'm going to show you the book. And I don't know if this is going to show the right way or not. The Sacred Language of Light. And it's an oracle reading. And I'm going to be doing 4 cards. And the first card is going to be belief most dominating in your thoughts. The second one is going to be something that makes your heart smile, your soul's truth, something that makes your heart sink, not your soul's truth, and actions you can take to change outdated beliefs holding you back from your dreams and desires. I think that's just like a perfect way to do a reading. So I am going to be using the stack. These are really pretty cards upside down. This is what the back of them look like. And so I am going to do the reading. It's that one right there. Okay. And I got to try to hold this open because I've never done this reading before. And I want to make sure I'm doing it right. So I'm going to ask my guide team to come in and help us answer these questions. What is our dominant thinking? What makes us smile and our soul truth? And what's not our soul truth? And what actions can we take? What is the message that you want to give us through this reading today? And it is December 18th. It's Wednesday, 2024, getting close to the end of the year. If you haven't watched my first video was about, setting plans for the year, for next year. So we have control over that. So if you want to watch that video, that would be great. If you could like and subscribe, that would also be great. I'm just starting this channel, so I need all the help I can get. And guide team, first four cards. Okay. They're doing them sideways. All right. So the first card, which is what dominates our thinking, is number 40, and it's called Color. And can you see that really well? It's a pretty card, isn't it? Okay, so let's see what 40 has to say. Color. Your perception of life is becoming more colorful. You're opening to different colors and experiences. Colors break up old black and white thinking and open your heart to the beauty of life and love. Makes me want to cry. Okay. Color of the rainbow are vibrance of white light reflecting the diverse experience of life, and they are all vivid. Each color of the spectrum has its own energetic vibrations, and I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking. I don't know what she's barking at. That stimulates current responses and healing. Different colors mirror your current physical, emotional, and spiritual state. Your soul uses this mirror to communicate your need to heal or to embrace balance. Get to know your colors you are attracted to and the ones that repel you. Isn't that interesting? Okay. You are love and you are loved, no matter how colorful your or another life is. So that is really interesting. Okay. So that's basically what that one is. So number 2 is Visca Pisces. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Again, I do have a reading disability, so please forgive me. So this one is what makes you smile. What is your soul? What is your soul's truth? Okay, creating soul truth in the world. I'm not making this up, guys. Okay, that's what it says. Creating soul's truth in the world. The cards do not lie. The outside world feels more real than the inner world because we have been encouraged to focus more on what is outside of us. We have learned to give things that can be seen by others or touched by us more importance than what we feel. Making decisions can become difficult when our awareness is focused away from our inner needs and wants. When our inner and external realities are integrated, decisions are clear and easily made. This leads to satisfaction as there are no resistance to your fulfillment. When we scan the meridian, possibly opening possibilities open to us in the manifesting world, we will know what we want and will not feel overwhelmed. In these spaces, we become grateful for the decisions we have made and all the ones we will make in the future. It's really powerful. I mean, these just do not lie, okay? You saw me shuffle a deck. I didn't, these weren't pre-selected. So the things that are not good for our soul or not our truth, sensitivity, number 15. So there's that one. These are all pretty. This one, okay, I'm gonna have to read this one. It's heightened intuition and compassion. That's what it says there. You are becoming more sensitive to the energy and vibrations that precede all physical creation. We can all sense these energies, but our rational minds often override our feelings. Sense beyond what you see with your eyes and hear in your mind. Trust your heart will bring together the most up to date information through your senses. When we are open to sensing and feeling love, it always means we are open to sensing and feeling fear. This clarifies the importance of actually choosing where you place your gaze and focus your energy. Don't let old stories determine what you will think and feel. There is no hiding behind words. Feeling sorry for another or situation doesn't help them or you. It takes you to a place where you can't hear any solutions and feed back what they already know. You came here to create reality, not to accept it. You attract what you are, not what you think and what you say, but what you feel. Celebrate your sensitivity. Without it, you may not realize you have a choice. So celebrate your sensitivities. Without it, you may not realize you have a choice. What do you want to bring into your life? So that's kind of, you know, what we're saying, is we've been taught certain things in society that we have to release because they aren't true. They're not really what we're here for. So, and that's what that's what this whole thing's about. That's why you're here. That's why I'm doing this, is so that we can collectively change the way we think and feel and see the world and other people, so that we can be better. So we can be better humans, right? Okay. So the last one is number 21, and it's called Soul Tree. It's awfully pretty. 21. Trees are full with wisdom, and that I've known for a long time. You are becoming more connected to nature. Trees are great holders of wisdom and knowledge. Next time you are near a tree, try asking it what it would like you to know and listen with an open heart for an inspired response. The same life force that animates you, I know I didn't say that word right, also flows through trees. We are all in this together. Now imagine that trees are physically manifesting our angels. Their divine essence flows deep into the trees as angels are far reaching in their ability to help, care, and create. Trees, like angels, see and feel without judgment, always emanating the internal stream of love. All angelic trees energies to flow. All angelic trees energy to flow through you, sends roots deep into the ground, forming a solid foundation that enables you to reach higher and deeper into the light and soul of you. From this vantage point, you can sculpt your ideas and dreams to be planted upon the earth for you to enjoy through your physical senses. And there you have it. What did you get from this reading? Take some time to meditate, listen to this again and journal. So there's one thing that I want to explain to you that I have known for a long time, and that is communicating. Communicating to your higher self, to your guides, your intuition, however you want to call it, to God, however you want to call it, communicating. So we communicate, if you've ever taken a communication class, to communicate with another being is, you ask them a question, you sit back and you listen to their answer, and then you kind of, give them a synopsis of what you heard them say to make sure that you're getting it correct. Okay, that is the essence of communicating with human beings. Well, communicating with our higher selves, with our guides, with the divine, with God, is similar, but not quite. So when you say a prayer or you ask for something and then you sit back and you meditate, once you get done meditating, you journal. So the prayer is asking, meditation is listening, because that's, you're going within and you're listening to yourself, and the journaling is just kind of reiterating what have you heard, what are you getting from all of this. So that is a practice that really helped me with my spiritual growth, and I still do this today. Anytime I have a question or I'm looking for an answer, and this actually came to me when I was 16, before I even started doing any spiritual growth. It just, my guides told me this is what I needed to do. And I did, and I found answers. So try to put that into your practice, even if it's just 10 minutes a day. Just take some time for yourself and, ask for something. Whether it's a prayer or you're looking for an answer, whatever it is, take a few minutes to meditate, just to go within, just, sit outside, do whatever, and then take time to journal on it, and you'll get the answer. Sometimes it might take a couple of times. It takes a bit when you first start, if you're not used to doing that kind of thing. But once you get used to doing it, it doesn't take all that long. So anyhow, I hope that this was helpful to you. And I look forward to doing a lot more videos and working with you and getting to know you. Have a blessed day.